Hi, and welcome to another episode of A Breath Away from School. I'm your host, Maddie, with my co-host,
Kyle.
And today we are going to be talking about trailers coming up in movies, Bill Cosby, and what's another trending news thing, guys?
The whole Kavanaugh thing still.
Kavanaugh? Is that it?
For the most part, yes.
All right.
And also, we could talk about now the repercussions. There's still repercussions of Florence still
There is,
in the Carolinas.
but there's not much more news that we haven't covered with that, as far as I'm aware. If there is, comment, and we will get it on our next episode. So, what do you want to hit first, Kyle?
I think the biggest news that we have right now would probably be the whole Bill Cosby thing. He was sentenced, if I believe, 10 to 15 years prison for sexual assault. As we know, the whole Bill Cosby allegations and accusations have been happening.
How many women stepped forward with that? I can't remember the number. I know it was a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot. That's been going on for years and years now.
In years.
Yeah, and many of the, in my opinion, I felt like his punishment should have been more harsh because of how many people he has.
Yeah, because obviously he hasn't learned a lesson. I mean, otherwise he would have not done it. But 10 years just doesn't seem enough for all of the women that came forward. I don't know how many they found, were actually not lying, or if any of them were lying.
I wish there was more like a not really a punishment, but like a thing for him to fully remember what he did was wrong. Because I know there was this one story where the guy got in a car accident and killed a girl, and every week he had to send in $1 for the next ever so a year, and it's just to remember what he did and what he has to learn. Instead of him going to prison, he had to send $1 every Friday, and he could not be late. And if he was late, you have to go to jail. I wish there was more something like that, where it's it's gonna scar you to not do it anymore.
I don't think $1 every week would affect Bill Cosby, though.
Yeah.
But something like that, I think you're right. That I don't know. There's a couple different ways it could have gone down, but definitely did not get what he deserved.
I don't know what court it went up to. I don't know if it went up straight to the Supreme Court. I
don't know.
It just stayed the main majority where he was. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's such a big thing now.
Yeah.
All these women stepping forward.
The Me Too movement, it's a very strong movement. That's been happening with the Harvey Weinstein. That whole thing just set up all the dominoes, and everybody's been coming out from people like Terry Crews, who's really big in that, and he spoke up about it.
Well, there's can't remember, but the organization Sarah.
Yeah.
We were listening in class in my freshman year in Miss Reynolds' class because she Virginia is such a big trafficking, especially Charlottesville, it's such a big sex trafficking. So we did a unit on that one just to keep everyone safe because men are affected by this too.
Yeah, not just.
Yeah, not just women. I want to make that clear, but she it's 1 in every 3 females. And I don't know what the statistic is for men, but
yeah, I know for men it's really hard for them to come out because men are always so built up on being the solid foundation of society.
Yeah, the macho.
And by them coming out like that, it kind of destroys their pride in who they are.
I feel like you get judged more.
Yeah, me personally, I don't feel like they would have got judged as much as they felt like their pride and their more positive outlook in life has just been crushed.
I think they're worried about guys judging them more because think about it. But that's also an effect on girls. They don't want to come out and then it be this big deal of nobody either believes them or they judge her. That's just a great subject to start off on.
Yeah.
Next.
We can talk about some stuff in the media, TV and movies. This past week, Marvel Netflix has just dropped a teaser for their season 3 of Daredevil, and their big marketing campaign for it is "Let the Devil Out." That's their big hashtag.
Very nice.
I know in the past couple of weeks, Kevin Feige, the director of Marvel Cinematics, has said he will officially take over the X-Men franchise after this year. He will officially take over it. And for all we know, we could see them coming to Avengers after this next Avengers film.
Yeah, and then that's the Thanos one, right? Like they fight Thanos.
Yeah, the final.
I can't wait for that.
Another movie that's supposed to be coming out that's superhero related is the Venom movie coming out,
which I cannot wait for.
That's
gonna be awesome. I hope.
That's a big one that people are anticipating on. Kind of lesser news. I'm a fanatic about this. Transformers Bumblebee is coming out. In December. It's like, depending on how this movie's going to go, they're going to totally reboot the franchise, and it's had a much more positive look at it than the Michael Bay whole franchise is back. The characters are still going to be the same practically. Their designs are going to look very similar.
Yeah. Well, I remember as a kid, like it was all the big movies, and then you had the little TV shows. Yep. You had the action figures because my brother was big into it.
Yeah. They're still got the same voices. Peter Cullen, if you guys know who that is, he's still going to be the voice of Optimus Prime.
Very nice.
Little fact about Peter Cullen, he also voices the Predator. He does the clicking noise. Other media news.
Dumbo's coming out this year.
Yep.
Now, Dumbo. Marvel, Disney.
Yep.
Sorry for the snap. That's probably really loud in the microphone. They're also made an announcement, Star Wars, that they are going to make less Star Wars. I don't know if you guys saw that. What do you think about that?
I think it's interesting. They've been cranking out Star Wars movies, and it's kind of not really drowning us out. It's too many in too many different directions. Yes, they have the story of The Force Awakens to The Last Jedi, and the third movie is coming out next couple of years. But it's every other direction, and it's kind of hard to.
I think they just need to take one of the storylines they have, go finish that storyline, move on to another one. I mean, it's Disney. They can always open it back up and go, never mind, just kidding.
Yeah.
Here's the rest of the storyline if they choose to. Ooh. Or here's how it ties in.
A really big teaser or stuff that just came out was Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker in the new Joker solo film. And so
he's
far
getting a solo film?
Yes. So far that has gotten super positive reaction
They need to make a Harley Quinn film.
By the fan base because people did not like how Jared Leto portrayed it.
Yes, it was awful.
It was an interesting portrayal because it's to give him a gangster kind of vibe, but it was in the wrong.
It worked for the movie, however, as a normal Joker, no.
And a lot of people are comparing Joaquin Phoenix's Joker to Heath Ledger's because they're...
Which is mine as most people's favorite.
Which is fairly... which they look fairly similar, and also they kind of give off the same vibe within the trailer.
Which I have not seen the trailer. Speaking of movies, have you seen Deadpool 2 yet?
Nope.
Oh. We can't talk about that then. Have you seen Deadpool 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can talk about
that. That's a couple years late. Has any... What?
Well, we're a couple years late with this.
Iron Fist 2, Season 2.
Oh, really?
Have you seen that?
No. Have you seen Jessica Jones?
Yeah. Not Season 2. I'm so backed up on that.
We are so, I've seen this, I haven't seen it.
Yep.
I've seen this, though. Well, I haven't seen that one. Stanek, what's your opinion on the movies coming out or recent movies?
Oh, just looking forward to the new Star Wars movies, That's about where I'm at.
We were just talking about that. Did you hear that they're not going to be making as many of them anymore?
I don't like that.
I think it's a good idea.
I don't.
They're making another spin-off movie.
I would hope they make as many as possible. I hope they come up with 2 a year for the rest of my life,
I know.
I hope not, because I will be every opening day. I've been at the other ones. I do not want to spend to see Star Wars, especially since they were so wishy-washy with
there couldn't be enough
Rin's
Star Wars movies ever,
I know that Star Wars.
It stopped about last December.
25 of those Star Wars books too. So
they should make an older public.
That would be sweet, yeah.
Okay.
But they have all those storylines that are actually really cool.
I know what they're trying
But there's too
to do.
many of them. Like, I can hardly keep track of the original Star Wars. Now we've got all these
Maybe you
different...
guys should just turn this podcast into a Star Wars podcast.
We
You
can't
might have
do
a few
that.
more people
I
on your
can.
show, you
Ian
know?
can.
Yeah, where's Ian when you need him?
I know they're trying to go for the whole vibe of every other year they're trying to do like a spin-off film, like they just did the Han Solo film, and they had the
I have not seen that film.
and they
Is
had
it
Rogue
good?
One,
I
and
heard
it's
it
like
was awful.
it's like little mini stories of like characters and like certain like things in the story that kind of tell us who they are and what they and how they came to be, and then like the other years, the gap years between those are like the main story with like Ray, Kylo Ren, and all that.
What do you have? Has everyone here seen the latest one with Ren, where her and Kylo Ren? Or...
Yeah, it's the last Jedi I have.
Yeah, that
Trying
one.
to organize a little bit, you know?
I liked it.
This messy room.
What did you think of the lightsaber calling to her?
I mean, that was very interesting. I like how, if you guys have seen it, how everybody was like, oh, she's related to this person, such and such, when in reality she was related to no one and important.
See, I didn't like that.
I like that because it was like,
I did not like it. Because they set it up. They set it up to her being related to the, so, is that who? I don't know. Or the
Lightsaber.
Skywalkers. They set it up to where she was like related to all this the Skywalker, and then she just turned out to be a nobody. And I was like, it was like the climbing up the hill just to realize you've got to go up a bigger hill. Like,
and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying
I
to
can't
leave
appreciate
you on
that
a more, like they're trying to give you more questions and trying to find out answers. Like
I gotta watch a movie not to have questions at
We
the end.
still
I just
don't
want to look
know.
at my dad and be like,
No, I
so
wanna be
what did I
researching
miss?
theorizing.
We still don't know who Snoke is.
Mm.
We still don't know what happened to the
I
Knights
feel
of
like they
Ren
should have kept him around a little
and all that fun
longer. I
stuff.
wanted to hear more about like his whole backstory. Like, how did he get to be in charge of everything?
Yeah. I can't remember what they did since Carrie Fisher died.
They are for the next film. They're using her old lines that she's in the past couple movies that they did not add after she died, and her daughter, who was one of the admirals. She was the one that made made the ship go light speed and crash the other one. The movie that was her
Very
daughter
nice.
in real life. She was more than happy to help some way somehow to find what would be best suited.
Yeah. So, which have you guys seen the post where at the end of the movie there were all of these like people dressed up as Jedis and they just stood up and like put up the lightsabers or whatever and turned them on and was like, "This is for our general" or something. "Stand for your generals" or something. It was like really cool, but you could tell like it was definitely nerdy. It was the top nerdist you can go.
Yeah. Anything else to talk about? I don't feel like there's anything big here.
Well, we've crushed our 10-minute mark from the last one.
Yeah.
Although I don't know what it was officially. I'm sure this one's not going to be.
All done, Josh?
Okay. I think for me,
Excuse me.
That's a
by the end
wrap.
of the week.
That's a wrap. Does anyone else have something? Anybody else want to cover something before we shut this thing off and end it?
I'm good.
Jesse, you got anything? He just ignored me. Okay. That's a wrap for you, Kyle?
Yep.
All right. That's a wrap for me. So, I'm Maddie with my co-host,
Kyle.
guest stars, this kid Josh who was randomly in our classroom, Mr. Stanek, and Jesse who said nothing the whole time.
Jesse's busy.
He apparently,
Reflecting on life.
something like that. We should all do a little bit of that sometimes, but we'll cover that next week when we ignore the fact that
do some
nobody.
cleaning in here for me?
Yeah. All right.
That'd be cool.
Join us next time on a Breath Away from School podcast. Peace out.